Hi guys, it's MTG here, and today I'm going to take a final look at the phone that's been in my pocket for the last couple of months as my daily driver, the Pixel 2 XL. In this video I'm going to talk about reasons why I chose this phone to put my SIM card in over, say, the iPhone X or the Note 8, and also tell you some of the things I don't like about this phone. Let's get right into it. To give a little context, my daily drivers before the Pixel 2 XL were the S8 Plus and the Note 8, and I was actually really critical of the Pixel 2 XL when that first came out, and I realized how much I took the Note 8's and S8's screen for granted. The screen quality just wasn't up to par, and I actually went immediately online to see if I got a defective unit. Lo and behold, reviewers were starting to talk about how low the quality of the display really was with its blue shifts, dull colors, and burn-ins. So I actually didn't switch to Pixel 2 XL right away. I had it for a couple weeks before I even decided to put my SIM card in it, because the Note 8 screen was just that much better. But when I first started to make camera comparisons for the channel, the results spoke for themselves. Never before have I seen such good image processing on a phone. It would take the picture and basically do all of the enhancements you would have done with a separate app automatically. And just about every single picture that had people in it simply blew people away. The amount of detail that the camera picked up was tremendous, and I started to take so many more pictures than I've ever taken before. And the fact that Google includes unlimited full resolution storage in Google Photos means that I can continue to take many pictures and videos without worrying about having to delete them. So the camera had successfully drawn me in. I was so intrigued by the camera that I stopped caring so much about the phone's screen, which actually I got used to pretty quickly. And when I started using it more and more, I was drawn to the great smartphone that the Pixel 2 XL is. Let me quickly remind you of the design and specifications of the Pixel 2 XL. The Pixel 2 XL actually feels really solid in the hand. It has a mostly aluminum back with a glass portion at the top for its antennas. The front of the phone is Corning's Gorilla Glass 5. The Pixel 2 XL's design isn't the best by any means, but honestly I think it's very clean and it does look professional. Also, I give Google a lot of credit for including two big dual front-firing speakers on the front. Powering the phone is an octa-core Snapdragon 835 processor. The Pixel 2 XL has 4GB of RAM and comes in either 64 or 128GB storage options. Its screen is a 6-inch POLED panel with a QHD Plus resolution of 1440 by 2880. And the phone itself is IP67 rated water and dust resistant. But if I ignore the specifications and all those other numbers that you can simply look up online, I want to answer the question of what the Pixel 2 XL is like as a daily driver. Smartphones are much more than just phones nowadays. As a daily driver, our phones must serve as our pocket computers, cameras, and main media consumption devices, among other things. The Pixel 2 XL has an industry-leading camera and software experience and just does everything else well. The first thing I want to talk about regarding the Pixel 2 XL is its software and user experience. I've used a lot of phones over the past year and all of them have been pretty snappy. But with the Pixel 2 XL, it very noticeably zipped around menus and apps without simply removing animations. Even content within apps would load noticeably quicker than on other phones I've used. The Pixel 2 XL was made with a software focus, and it's obvious as soon as you use the device, and it actually becomes even more obvious over time. I appreciated the little things that Google added to the software experience, like an automatic dark-themed notification shade when your wallpaper is dark, or the fact that this Earth wallpaper changes in real time as the time of day changes. I also really like phones that have always-on displays so I can see my notifications at a glance. I've been in many situations where I was curious about what song was playing behind me, and lo and behold, the Pixel 2 XL showed me what song was playing before I even had to ask. And whenever Google decides to release any sort of patch or updates, Google Pixel owners will be the first ones to get it. So when it comes down to some of the things people use their phones the most for, like scrolling through social media, the web, or news, the Pixel 2 XL loads the information so fast that there is little to no wait time when scrolling through anything. In my daily use, the battery life of the Pixel 2 XL has been pretty solid, especially when I use apps that are made by Google. I've noticed that apps like Google Maps, YouTube, and Chrome use significantly less battery than even on other Android devices. I did want to mention that on some instances the Pixel 2 XL's battery drained really fast, but a simple restart fixed that problem. On most days, the Pixel 2 XL has some of the best battery life I've ever tested on a smartphone, and for most people, it'll comfortably make it to the end of the day without it even getting low enough where you'd feel concerned. The onboard 3520 mAh battery does do a great job, and although the phone can't wirelessly charge, it does charge fast enough through its cable where you can live without it. Another feature that drew me into using this phone are these two front-firing speakers that this phone has. The fact that the speakers are front-firing means that you won't accidentally cover the speaker by simply holding your phone in a natural position. The speakers have really made watching YouTube videos more enjoyable, and they're loud enough to allow me to let my friends listen to a new song without having to use a Bluetooth speaker. So as a media consumption device, the Pixel 2 XL is actually pretty good. Okay, so I just said a bunch of things that I really like about this phone, but it's not perfect, and there are definitely things that I don't like. Even though I said that I got used to the Pixel 2 XL screen, every time I pick up some of the other phones I have, like the iPhone X, Note 8, or even the Mate 10 Pro, the first thing I notice is how much better those screens are compared to the Pixel 2 XLs. Also, enough phone manufacturers are still including headphone jacks where I can say that those instances where you need headphones but your Bluetooth headphones are not charged and you don't have your dongle with you, it just makes your phone feel worthless. I mainly use Bluetooth, but sometimes you just need to plug in some headphones and most of the time you won't have that dongle with you. The Pixel 2 XL retails for $850, and for a lot of people, the camera alone makes that purchase worth it. But the Pixel 2 XL does have other things going for it that have made it probably the most popular Android choice for daily driver among the tech reviewing community. It has the latest and greatest stock Android experience, a fast and responsive user interface, and simple features that add to the user experience. It has a very respectable dual front-firing speaker system that adds to your media consumption experience. The Pixel 2 XL had probably the worst display among recent flagships, but so many more factors go into choosing a phone that will inevitably be with you at all times for the next couple of years. So yeah, the Pixel 2 XL had enough going for it that it's been my daily driver since around November, and to this day it's still the phone that has my SIM card in it. I know I haven't been posting videos too often, but now that I have my schedule in order, I hope to be posting at least 2 videos a week again. Also, this next week I'll be getting my S9 in, so of course I'll be making camera comparisons with all of the latest flagships. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.